We all recognize happiness when we feel it. But where does it really come from? Is it just a fleeting emotion or something deeper, more lasting? Or is it something like joy, the bright and energetic character from Inside Out movie, always smiling, dancing, and trying to make everything fun? Today we are going on a journey through biology, philosophy, psychology, and Vedantic wisdom to uncover the truth behind happiness, peace, fulfillment, and meaning. By the end of this video, you will better understand what happiness really is and how to live a more joyful and meaningful life. Biologically, happiness is a chemical experience. Let's break down the big four brain chemicals that shape our happiness. Dopamine is the reward chemical. It spikes when we anticipate or achieve something. Serotonin stabilizes mood and gives us sense of well-being. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. It flows during moments of love and trust. Endorphins reduce pain and increase pleasure, often released during exercise or laughter. These chemicals work together to create our sense of happiness. But here's the catch. These chemicals are temporary. The brain adopts and we need more stimulation to feel the same level of happiness again. This brings us to the concept of hedonic treadmill. Imagine running on a treadmill. You move, but you stay in the same place. A promotion, a new car, or even falling in love all spike happiness for a while. It's a psychological phenomenon where we return to a baseline level of happiness no matter how good or bad life gets. You win the lottery, happy for a while, go through a breakup, sad for a while, but eventually we adjust. We keep running on this treadmill, chasing better jobs, nicer homes, more likes on social media, thinking they will bring lasting joy. But the treadmill never stops. We adopt and happiness fades. No matter how many achievements or possessions we accumulate, we may find ourselves still asking, why don't I feel truly fulfilled? If pleasure and success aren't enough, what truly lasts? Happiness isn't just about fleeting pleasure. It's also about inner peace, fulfillment, and meaning. Peace is the absence of internal conflict. It comes from self-acceptance and emotional balance. Fulfillment is about using your abilities to contribute, to grow, create, help. Meaning comes when life feels connected to something larger, whether it's purpose, love, spirituality, or service. Modern psychology supports this. Research shows that people who focus on relationships, purpose, gratitude, and kindness report higher and more lasting levels of happiness. Let's go deeper. Psychology tells us that happiness often relies on external factors such as relationships, success, and health, all of which keep changing. So, even psychological happiness isn't truly stable. Vedanta offers a different view. It teaches that our true nature is Satchit Anand, existence, consciousness, bliss. True happiness or Ananda isn't something we acquire from the world. It is revealed when we realize our true self. and its unity with the infinite reality. This joy is beyond pleasure or pain. It does not depend on mood, success, or situations. Practices like meditation, self-inquiry, detachment gradually purify the mind and reveal this inner bliss. Now let's go deeper into how Vedanta explains the shades of happiness we experience in everyday life. The Taittiriya Upanishad beautifully describes three stages of happiness: Priya, Moda and Pramoda. They reflect how the mind responds to the presence, possession and enjoyment of something desirable. These stages are not separate emotions but progressive depths of joy as the mind connects with something it values. Priya is the happiness you feel when the object of your desire is near, even before you possess it. It's that warm, uplifting feeling when you see your favorite dessert being brought to your table, or when your flight lands and you know your loved one is just moments away. You are not enjoying it yet, but just knowing it's within reach brings joy. It's the happiness of proximity and hope. Moda is the joy you feel when you have the object of desire, when the anticipation turns into experience. You are now holding the dessert or welcoming your loved one after a long wait. The joy becomes more vibrant and active. It feels like celebration. Moda is the happiness of being close to what you love. Pramoda is the deepest joy, the bliss that comes after fully experiencing what you desired. You have finished the dessert, spent meaningful time with someone you love, and now feel a quiet sense of fulfillment. There is no craving left, just peace. It's a happiness so complete that even the sense of self fades. There is no you and the thing, just joy. Vedanta says something powerful. It's not the object that brings happiness. When a desire is fulfilled, the mind becomes quiet and the ego relaxes. That joy we feel in those moments isn't from the thing itself, it's from within. In Priya, Moda and Pramoda, the mind becomes still and pure, allowing us to feel a reflection of our true nature, which is bliss, Ananda. Let's look at two analogies to understand this. Our true self is like the sun. Thoughts and desires are the clouds. In moments of joy, the clouds break and sunlight appears. But the sun was always there. External or material happiness is like eating chocolate with the wrapper still on. You get some taste, but it's mixed with discomfort and confusion. The bliss of the self is like tasting the chocolate directly, full, pure, and satisfying. Here's a summary of what we have discovered. Biological happiness is fleeting, driven by brain chemistry. Chasing pleasure through the hedonic treadmill doesn't work long term. Peace, fulfillment, and meaning can bring deep joy, but if they depend on external situations, that happiness can disappear when those situations change. Vedanta teaches that ultimate happiness lies within by realizing who we truly are. So maybe the real question isn't how can I be happy, but rather who is the I that seeks happiness. Moving in circles means you are stuck in the same loop, repeating old habits, thought patterns, behaviors without real change. You may appear active, but you are not going anywhere mentally or emotionally. It's like being on a treadmill, a lot of motion, no real progress. Moving in a spiral, on the other hand, means you might revisit similar situations or emotions, but each time you do, you are at higher level of awareness or growth. You are learning, evolving and rising. If you are looking to increase happiness in your life, try this. Take a moment to witness your emotions instead of reacting to them. This helps create space and inner peace. Acts of kindness and service not only benefit others but also dissolve ego and foster deep fulfillment and meaning. Whether through meditation, mindful walking, or just sitting in silence, this is when the mind settles and you touch the deeper joy within. Remind yourself gently that everything external will be keep changing. This reduces attachment and deepens inner steadiness. A psychologically proven way to increase well-being is to live in harmony with your personal values. Ask yourself, is what I am doing aligned with who I want to be? There is pleasure in giving into your habits, but there is deeper joy in rising above them. Choose the higher joy fully and fearlessly. Reduce mindless scrolling and comparison. Use digital tools to uplift, not distract. Wisdom texts are not just information, they are tools for inner discovery. You can join the Vedant Book Club. The sign up link is in the description. Our environment influences our mind. Choose company that supports your growth and joy. This is called Satsang in Vedanta. The most profound insight from Vedanta: your true nature is not the constantly changing mind, but the quiet awareness behind it. Reconnect with it. So, what is happiness? It's a dance between brain chemicals, emotional fulfillment, and spiritual realization. Happiness is not found in chasing more, but in discovering what already is. It's not in having, but in being, and the journey to it begins within. Happiness isn't a destination, it's your nature. Stop chasing and start realizing. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you pause and reflect, give it a like. Share it with someone who might need this message today, and subscribe for more thoughtful content.